Today we're going to be taking a look at 75357 Ghost and Phantom 2. Now this set just released on September 1st of 2023 and is the biggest set of the fall wave. It has 5 minifigures, 1,394 pieces, and will be costing you $160. Although as you'll see in this review, I think that price is pretty much worth it. Now I want to thank my guy over at Battle Packs Official for selling the set to me so I did not have to wait on LEGO's horrendous shipping process. He runs a very cool LEGO website that is currently selling LEGO Star Wars minifigure packs, although the website also has a general LEGO Star Wars store that is launching in October that will have current LEGO Star Wars sets available for their retail price, although this website also has a monthly subscription feature called the Battle Pass, and with this you'll get a lot of amazing perks and features in the website, like a discount on the minifigure packs making them $10 instead of $15, major discounts on the general store with these current sets going anywhere from 15 to 30% off, and as well access to the retired set store, which is a limited amount of sealed in the box retired LEGO Star Wars sets that will be dropping monthly for their original retail price. The first drop is on September 15th and there are only 25 sets available, including sets like the UCS Slave 1 and the AV7 Cannon, as well as some more recent sets like the Mandalorian Starfighter from 2021 and the Mandalorian Forge. So make sure you check out his website and consider getting the Battle Pass, as like I said, you'll get a good discount on the minifigure packs, as well as major discounts on the general store, and then of course access to the monthly retired sets drop. There will be more information on all of this in the description below, where I will link the website where you can email and ask questions, as well as the Discord server where you can ask questions there as well. Anyways, onto the actual set here. Taking a look at the front of the box, you can see an amazing display of the Ghost along with the Phantom 2, and up there next to the Star Wars logo you can actually see Shin Hades Starfighter in the background. And speaking of the background, it is this very nice blue and purple galaxy looking background that I just absolutely love. This is definitely my favorite box art on any LEGO Star Wars set in the past few years, and taking a look at the back of the box, that blue and purple theme kind of continues, and you can see the Ghost in sort of a hangar bay along with a showcase of all the features. And now actually digging into the box, on the inside you're going to find 13 numbered bags along with this cardboard case that has your instructions inside that keeps them from getting creased, and then also on the inside of this cardboard case is going to be 2 sticker sheets, which is kind of unfortunate because there is an absolutely ridiculous amount of stickers on this set. But regardless, taking a look at the instruction manual, you're going to have a pretty thick instruction manual with over 350 different steps, and on the inside you're just going to have your standard building process along with your piece inventory in the very back, along with some advertising for the other sets from the 2023 fall wave. Now moving on to the minifigures, first up here we have Chopper, and despite the controversy around this figure, I think he looks really good. A lot of people say that his body should be gray instead of white, but if you look in the Ahsoka show, his torso is noticeably white and noticeably brighter than his legs, and I think LEGO just did a really good job at capturing that here. If there's any complaint I have with this figure, it's that the shade of orange should be a little bit darker on his headpiece, but honestly that's just a small nitpick. I think this figure looks really good. And then next up here we have Jason Syndulla, and obviously the first thing you're going to notice is that he does not have green hair. When in Star Wars Rebels, he very noticeably has green hair, as well as in the Ahsoka show. So it's very unfortunate that LEGO did not put his green hair in this set. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. Although excluding that, I think his torso looks really good. I really like the brown and blue color combination. I just think it looks pretty satisfying. And as you'd imagine, he does have a double-sided face. And then next up here, we have First Officer Hawkins. This is a very simple but good-looking minifigure. Again, he has that really nice blue and brown color scheme. Although unfortunately, he does not have any leg printing, but that's not really a big deal, as there's not a whole lot of detail they could have added there in the first place. And then on the back you'll notice that he does not have a double-sided head, as his hairpiece does not come down far enough to cover it. And then next up here we have Lieutenant Beta, who is a very cool looking minifigure in my opinion. He has that really cool Mon Calamarian head mold, along with really nice printing detail all over, supported by this very nice blue and white color scheme. This is my personal favorite minifigure in this set, as I just think he's very unique, and I love the vibrant blue and white colors. And then last but certainly not least, we have General Hera Syndulla. This is an absolutely amazing looking minifigure, and it's definitely an upgrade from the last time LEGO made her back in 2014. As you can see here, there is amazing detail and printing all around, and I think they did a really good job at representing what she actually looks like in the live action show. And then on the back here, you can see some faint white printing on her Leku, as well as some back printing, and then unfortunately her double-sided face is peeking under the headpiece just a little bit. And speaking of the double-sided face, it looks really good. It's this angry face that looks a lot more mean and aggressive compared to the other LEGO angry faces. And overall, I think all the minifigures in this set are very good, besides obviously Jason Syndulla's hair flaw, though for $160 I kind of feel like 5 minifigures isn't that much, although realistically there's really not any other minifigures from the show they could have fit into this set that weren't already in other sets, so I'm just going to give LEGO the benefit of the doubt and say this is a very solid minifigure lineup. Now moving on to the actual model itself, or models, as there are 2 of them. Starting off with the Phantom here, you can see it is pretty small, like really small, and unfortunately that is where most of the stickers for this set actually went. As you can see here, there's some on the side sides, as well as one on the very back here, which was super hard to put on, as well as 3 on the cockpit piece. And speaking of the cockpit piece, it does open pretty widely, and you can fit Jason Sandula in there, and he just lays in there. He is not held down in any way. And then also you can take the windshield piece off, and there is a little printed control panel under there. And then on the very back there is a storage crate where I put a blaster and some binoculars. And on its own, the Phantom is a very small and kind of mediocre build. However, in a little bit you will see that it needed to be this size in order to properly fit on the back of the Ghost and be to the right scale. Now moving on to the Ghost itself, wow does it look good. It's not a super big build for $160, although the amount of detail is just very impressive, and this set is very well built and compact. And making our way down to the front here, you will see a very nice big printed windshield piece that can actually pull off very easily along with the cockpit. As you can see here, this dome piece can open up. On the inside there you can see the controls for the turret, and it's actually interesting as they actually use the Inquisitor lightsaber hilt piece to make the controls. And as you can see, there's also some stickers in there, as well as this other windshield piece on the top that can move up and down, and unfortunately that is a sticker, and as you can see I did do a pretty bad job at putting it on, which is disappointing because after I realized I messed it up I couldn't go back and fix it. But regardless, you can fit a figure into here pretty easily. And then back on the Ghost itself, there is a place to fit Hera up at the top, and then you can just very easily slide your cockpit piece back on and then fold the windshield down, and it is ready to go. On the top of the Ghost here, this whole front piece can come off very easily. As you can barely see there are some stairs that go down from where Hera sits to the rest of the interior. It was pretty awkward for me to get this on camera, but it is a pretty spacious and detailed interior, and on the inside there is plenty of room for all of the minifigures, and there's even these 2 tiled pieces right here where Chopper can perfectly fit. And then like I said, you can easily fit all of your minifigures in the interior as it is very spacious. Now as for the details of the interior go, on the left side there is a printed control panel as well as a caution sticker that says airlock on it in the Star Wars language, and on the other side is pretty much the same thing, just another caution sticker, except at the front instead of a control panel there's actually a kitchen sink and then a little bin, and you can easily pull that bin out, and then on the inside is a Meluron fruit, which is a pretty fun little play feature. And also on each side of the Ghost here there are these little doors that can come down where you can access the interior. It's pretty small, so it'd be hard to get a figure through there, but it is a pretty nice detail and a play feature. And then you can just easily fit this whole panel piece back on as it holds down by only 2 studs in the back here. And then on that actual panel piece itself there is this gun that can move up and down, as well as this little dome piece that can lift up where you can put a minifigure inside. It just very easily stands up in there, and then you can just close the dome down and he is ready to man the gun. And then moving on to the back here, taking a look at the engines, LEGO did a very good job with them. It's a simple design, but they definitely use the right pieces to make it look accurate and detailed. And also in this area you might notice that little brown rod sticking up, and that is where you place the Phantom 2 onto the Ghost. It just clicks down onto that rod very easily and is held in pretty securely, and man does it look good. Like I said earlier, the Phantom on its own is pretty lame because it's so small, but when you put it on the Ghost it just looks so nice, and the proportions are perfect, and is overall just a very aesthetically pleasing and clean looking build. And then lastly, the main turret on the front here can move side to side, and that is actually how you fire the spring-loaded shooters. And I think this is actually an amazing play feature. As you can see here on the bottom, there is this Technic piece that slides back and forth, and when you move the gun, it'll hit the spring-loaded shooters and fire both of them. And out of all the creative ways LEGO has come up with over the years to fire spring-loaded shooters, I think this one is definitely near the top. And then also, as you can see on the bottom, there are 3 landing gear pieces. They are not retractable, although they do work very well to hold the set up. And like I've said throughout the video, I mean, this really is just a very detailed and well-built model. LEGO got the colors down perfectly. It is just very aesthetically and visually pleasing. And if you're someone that loves to display your LEGO Star Wars sets, I highly recommend this, as it will definitely add a splash of brightness and color to your collection. And overall, I'm going to go ahead and give this set a 9.5 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for Jason Sandula not having the accurate colored hair, and as well the amount of stickers on this set was pretty frustrating at times, and it definitely did take away from the build process, as almost every other page was just putting on a sticker. But once you have the set completed, it just looks absolutely incredible. And I'd even go so far to say that this is probably the best LEGO Star Wars set of 2023 besides the upcoming UCS Vendor. Let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments below, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can see them on the end screen right now.